And the first card that comes up is the Ace of, this deck calls it the Athames. It's the same as this Ace of Swords. And this card comes up usually when there's steady progress being made and a difficult time passing. So you're ready to move on past that difficult time. That horse actually stands for power and strength and travel. So it could be that some of you are traveling to new destinations, you're moving. There's actually physical movement, relocating. It is an improved situation, but there can be a sense of loss of what you're leaving behind. But it's still for the best. It's still for the best no matter what. And as you can see, here's the Six Swords. The horse he's standing with the horse, and so I feel like you have support from friends and family, but you're ready to take heed to a new calling, basically. And I'm seeing here how open the sky is. There's not a lot of artwork top third of the card, if you see what I'm saying. And so I think this is for expansion. I think some of you recreating your work palette, your family palette. And I say palette, I mean, it's like if you had if you're an artist and you have your canvas up and you're creating your new palette and you're like looking at what do I want to do? And I'm not sure that some of you know exactly where things are going to head, but you're moving past that difficulty. You're leaving behind a little bit of feeling of, wow, this is challenging, but it's ready. I'm ready to go. And this is the 6. So the 6 is about harmony. So wherever this horse and you are going, this pal, this friend, then it's a harmonious situation. Let's see what else I see when I look at this card. I'm looking, the horse is a symbol of travel. I said that. Maybe, could be a feeling of sadness that some things didn't work out like you had planned. If it was a company or a venture or even a relationship, it could be that some of those things that you had thought were going to work out like you wanted, it's just not in your best interest, and that's easy to say for some people, easy to say for people like me that are reading these cards, but when you do feel optimism and hope and you're moving towards that, then you could release the things that have been not quite so wonderful. So it is actually a positive card. I'm just telling you the several different aspects of the card. So next you have the 7 of Chalices. So this is the same as the 7 of Cups. She's active. All the cards around her are moving. This is the 7 of Cups. And this represents when there are many opportunities, but not all of these opportunities are what they seem. This can be the card of illusions, of fantasy. So, it's interesting that the back of this he's facing away from this, I guess is what I'm saying. So maybe you did fantasize or think that relationship was going to work out or that business deal was going to work out. And it's not what it seemed. You're given angelic messages. Here's the little fairies up here. They're talking in her ear. So if you listen to your intuitive guidance, and this could even be moving forward, like say that wherever you're going here, I'm hearing, make sure all your ducks are in a row. Be practical. It is good to be lofty and to feel lofty and hopeful, but also have your feet on the ground. Make sure that you're grounded, as always. A little bit of tendency to daydream. And, I kind of get that with this card as well. It's like they're still floating in the water. So they're still floating, to me right now means, just that. It's not clear. The destination is not clear, but that's okay because you're still moving in a positive direction. This butterfly, let's see, the butterfly right there, of course, is a symbol of opportunity and being confident about yourself. So it could be just that pure confidence can can manifest opportunities for you. So just feeling very clear about the opportunities, making sure that if you're offered one and you need to sign a contract, that it's very clear to you what it is. If you're taking on a venture or a partnership with others, just be real clear about who's doing what, who's taking care of the books, who's in the finances, who's taking care of scheduling. Say you're sharing an office together. Who's scheduling? Being very clear, because I do feel like that you are moving towards opportunities. There's no doubt here. There's no doubt with this card. So the 7 is just saying, give it some pause, give it some introspection, and make sure that everything, all your ducks are in a row. I'm going to look at this card. Basically, what's standing out to me and what first stood out to me when I pulled the card is, of course, there's a lot of yellows and greens here. In this particular card, it's more like burgundy. And burgundy is what? Burgundy is a combination of red and blue. Is that correct? I know my colors pretty well, but I would say that it's red mixed with a little bit of blue to give it a little, to tone it down, give it a different hue or shade. I think shade is when you go darker and hue is when you go lighter. Some of you are going to catch me on this, I can tell. So, okay. So toning it down a little bit. Yeah, being grounded. There is a plant. So the earth elements help us do that. And pay attention to the guidance so that you can listen. Sometimes we just need to take a moment out so that we can reflect and let our intuitive guidance come in. Sometimes the wheels are rolling, we keep going, and we're not listening to any type of guidance that we are receiving. So take that pause, because you are moving in another direction. A lot of you Leos, again, this is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Watch your Moon and Rising signs as well, because that will either, could resonate with you more or not, or could give you just more information about your 2 weeks. All right, and then the third card that comes up is the 9 of Wands. And this is a card that shows or indicates that one has job security. One has security, but he doesn't believe it. Being very protective about what you do have. And maybe you feel like you need to. Maybe you feel like you need to be protective about your job because your finances have been waffling up and down all around. Or maybe you feel like, the competitor or someone's taking your ideas. That would be more of the 7 of Swords. But I'm just saying, you really do have what you need, though. See the house in the background? It has the thatched roof on the top, and the sunlight's shining on it. So it's saying you have your home. And then you can see to the left of that are the purple flowers. So purple's for your psychic intuition. And so you have your manifestation. You have the sun represents what we manifest, and the moon represents what we our subconscious. And so you can see the yellow and the purple. The purple would be for the moon. And then again, you have a fairy here. You have guidance. So you guys have guidance this month. You really listen to your gut feelings, intuitions, synchronicities. Watch for those numbers on the clock. Messages that are given to you, and don't blow those off. You know how we do. I'm looking at the table here. Yeah, he's very protective, isn't he? Very protective of what he has. And he's really doing fine. But, it could be that, you've been successful in here. I'm saying the same thing in a different way, but others are being competitive, or you're feeling competitiveness from others. So with, determination and confidence, you can get past any of these stressful situations around competitiveness. You have it together more than you know. Interesting layout. So here you're moving on past difficulties. It may have been this is in the past or this is coming up, but be very grounded about all these opportunities that are in front of you. I feel like some of you are very idealistic right now. And hey, that's awesome to have ideas and to be open and hopeful. But and remember that you you are secure. At least, you can say, well, I do have a home. I have what I need. I have food in the refrigerator. I have food in the pantry, the cupboards. I have what I need. I don't need to feel like anyone's going to come in and take it from me. So any of you all that are worried about possible repossession, you'll always have what you need. This is a mole right here, and he's a symbol of awareness and sensitivity. And see how he's near the purple flowers? So you're sensitive. Some of you are sensitive. And I don't mean just in the intuitive way, but you're being rather sensitive about your belongings and what you do for a living. Some of you are sensitive, period. I'm not saying all of you, but all of these cards indicate inner meanings, inner thoughtfulness, inner thinking. Okay, let's pull some clarification cards. And I'm going to do it from the Hanson Roberts deck. Well, the last two readings I've done, which have been you and Cancer, you should have seen Cancer's. Theirs was, wow, very much inner awareness. They had the moon in reverse, the star card, and the 10 of, what was it? 10 of something. I'll think of it in a minute. But all the cards were at night. Oh, the 10 of Swords. All the cards were at night. Very moody feeling. So this is a different reading. Well, of course, the Ace of Swords comes up. So you want to feel you're ready for victory and success around your plans. And so some of you are moving on to new heights, and you're ready for this plans to be made into action, to be manifested. Here's the wreath for accomplishment. This is our sword. Your thinking is you have some new ideas. Remember not to cry over spilt milk. This is the stinking thinking card. The 5 of Cups is what I call this stinking thinking card. And it's because she's looking around at these 3 cups that have spilt wine, but yet there's 2 more. And there's a castle in the background. So if she just turns around, it's very similar to this. He's very guarded about his work. She's just focusing on her emotions and what's behind them both. He has a great little home. She has a castle here and more cups. So again, letting go, releasing some of that. It may have come about in the last 3 or 4 months. Maybe this is something that's been, a chronic deal, but just releasing any thoughts or fears that come up for you. The 10 of Swords. Okay, well, this is what I was saying came up in the last with Cancer, but out of this deck, not as a clarification card. So yeah, again, moving past any challenges and difficulties and ready just to say, I'm done. I've had it. I'm past it already. Feeling like there's been delays. This is a very graphic card. It's not like the one that's in this deck. So as you can see, there's actually 10 swords in his back. It could be some of you about physical health. Maybe some of you have had issues and problems in your bones and your back. It could be, but it could be the loss of, and you're done. It's over. 2 cards came out here. Well, first, the 3 of Pentacles. And the 3 of Pentacles is about receiving new instruction, certificates, training in an area of your work and enjoying that, being excited about it. This may be what this card is about. Maybe some of you are improving your resume because you're learning new skills, almost like an internship for some of you, and enjoying it. Then the Queen of Pentacles comes up. She's an earth sign, so she's a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. And, she's very warm. Her home is wonderful. She's done well with money. She sort of channels that type of earth court card. The King is like the master of it. She sort of channels it and it alludes, it comes out from her, from her very being, her essence. So she loves her property. She's proud of it. She feels like she's done well in life. So this could be someone that's in your life, or it could actually be you, that you're not an earth sign, obviously, but some of the qualities of home property are coming together for you. Wow, the Eight of Rods in reverse. So that this often means new news coming through your inbox or travel within a couple day time period. Now it is in reverse. This could be about, Mercury again. There could have been a delay and you've wanted to move on, but you haven't been able to. So now you would be ready, or maybe the plans you had just weren't there, just weren't significant enough for you to make that change. Well, and then the Six of Swords comes up. Okay, well, this happens, I can't tell you how much of the time. With this deck, the same card will come up with clarification. Okay, this is the Six of Swords. This is the Six of Swords in this particular deck. He doesn't have the horse, but as you can see, he's taking his swords. He's moving. He's ready. He's determined. He's going to new lands. This one has a little bit more urgency about it. This one's a little bit slower paced, but that's what it's about for you guys. Moving past the difficulties, leaving behind what's been a challenge, and moving forward. All right, Leo. I hope this made sense to you all. Of course, leave comments. You know how to leave comments. There's something, too, about this Queen. Think about any Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo in your life. This could be a mother figure to you as well. It's helpful. It could be just a woman that you love. There's something about her. It could be a dark-haired woman that dresses nicely, very confident, inviting. I'm getting also now an art gallery, so if any of you all have anything to do with galleries, or if you're close to someone that does, put that in the comments. And okay, so I'm going to add these cards up for you. We have 6, 7, 13, 13, and 9 is 22. And 22 in numerology, of course, is a master number. And the 22 has to do with connection, being of service, but being connectors to other people. The master, you're sort of like the semi-builder. You connect people so that you all can organize and group together. So I guess what I'm saying, especially if you're born on the 22nd, or if you have a 22 master number, you're great with people, you're diplomatic, you're patient, you're part of it, you like to be part of a team, part of the people essence. And so, it's feeling like to me to be diplomatic and patient with yourself, especially with this particular card. Others are there for you for support. So just know that. And with the major arcana cards, I'm going to go ahead and add these together because there is not a 22 in the major arcana cards. It goes to 21. So we'll go ahead and add the 2 and 2 together, which is 4. And the 4 in the major arcana cards is the Emperor card. The Emperor. So, this could be a father figure or someone of authority. This could be a boss, or you're moving towards, new employment or new ventureship, and there's someone who has authority around there. So, or you could also feel like you are an authority and you don't have to go outside of yourself so much for your own inner authority. But this is an authoritative, confident person. It could be in the spirit world as well. Maybe you feel like there's someone who has passed on, a father or a grandfather, or someone who's always been with you. But just know that confidence will get you through this month.